Hey folks, Mr. Portland Landlord here. If you've been managing rentals in the Portland Metro for more than a hot minute, you already know the pain points by heart. Low vacancy rates that turn every showing into a mini bidding war. Tenants who are understandably picky because options are slim. Maintenance backlogs on older stock that seem to multiply overnight. And that nagging sense that the real problem isn't bad tenants or picky lenders, it's that we simply haven't built enough homes for a long time. What the new 21st Century Road to Housing Act means for Portland Metro landlords. Supply reforms, local grants, and long-term impacts. Well, something genuinely new just happened in Washington, D.C. Last week, the 21st Century Road to Housing Act cleared both the Senate 85-5 on June 22nd, and the House 358-32 on June 23rd, with the kind of bipartisan margins you rarely see. As of late June 2026, it's sitting on the president's desk. The veto-proof support means it's very likely to become law soon. This isn't another study or pile of new spending. It's a supply-side package focused on cutting red tape, incentivizing local governments to build more, modernizing financing for multifamily and manufactured housing, and giving real tools and money to increase production. For us in Oregon, it layers on top of our existing rules without overriding them. That matters. The bill's core idea is straightforward. The national housing shortage of well over 4 million units is driving up costs and headaches for small landlords and developers alike. Congress put together regulatory streamlining, competitive grants tied to actual production increases, NEPA reforms, manufactured housing updates, and targeted financing changes. It passed with overwhelming bipartisan support because everyone agrees more homes are necessary for affordability. It won't fix everything overnight, but it's the most significant federal housing supply legislation in decades. The first real attempt to give local communities carrots instead of just mandates. Several sections stand out for those of us in the rental business. Section 208, the Innovation Fund. The Innovation Fund in Section 208 creates a $200 million annual competitive grant program for local governments and tribes demonstrating measurable increases in housing supply through streamlined permitting, density bonuses, or zoning for missing middle housing. It sunsets after 7 years. The Accelerating Home Building Act in Section 209 offers grants for localities to adopt pre-reviewed designs for ADUs, duplexes, and townhouses, the gentle density that fits Portland Metro neighborhoods. The Reside Act in Section 210 pilots grants for converting vacant commercial or industrial buildings into housing, priority for distressed areas and opportunity zones. Think old strip malls or underused offices. The Build Now Act in Section 213 ties part of CDBG funding to housing production performance. Bonuses for accelerating, reductions for lagging. On manufactured and modular, the bill eliminates the outdated permanent chassis requirement, updates FHA loan limits, reauthorizes price grants for manufactured home communities, and has HUD lead on energy standards. Great for park owners and edges of the metro. Financing updates include FHA, multifamily loan limit reforms, and a small dollar mortgage pilot. And there's the provision restricting very large institutional investors already owning 350 or more single-family homes from buying more existing ones, with exemptions for build-to-rent. For mom-and-pop and mid-sized Portland landlords, this reduces intense competition in the single-family home rental segment. And now a couple shameless plugs. Joining PAROA at www.paroa.org is smart. You get practical forms, education from screening to habitability, and a seat at the policy table. Northwest Rental Property Management at www.northwestrealestateandpropertymanagement.com handles full-service management and Oregon eviction processing with a team that knows the local rules. Zoning, permitting, and environmental streamlining is where it could really help local production. The bill directs HUD to publish guidelines and best practices for state and local zoning, like by right ADUs, reduced parking near transit, density bonuses, and faster permitting. No federal zoning override, local control stays. But places wanting grant dollars have incentives to align with best practices, like by right ADUs, reduced parking near transit, density bonuses, and faster permitting. For Portland, Multnomah, Washington, Clackamas counties, and metro cities, this is an opportunity. Many have already advanced ADU and middle housing rules. That positions you well for the new grants. Oregon's rent stabilization under ORS Chapter 90, around 9.5% or lower for 2026 depending on property, and tenant protections stay fully in place. Oregon's rent stabilization under ORS Chapter 90, around 9.5% or lower for 2026 depending on property, and tenant protections stay fully in place. This federal bill is a supply-side complement, not a preemption. More housing should ease pressures over time. Here's what I recommend PAROA members do right now. Read the enrolled bill on congress.gov, search HR 6644. The Bipartisan Policy Center summaries help a lot. For your portfolio, single-family rentals may see less future institutional competition. Watching multifamily, modular, and manufactured reforms could open doors. Implementation won't be instant. HUD needs time to write rules. Expect guidance over the next 6 to 18 months. Local adoption is voluntary. Still, the direction is positive. More supply done reasonably creates a healthier environment. Better vacancy rates, less desperate competition, more options for residents. Key takeaways. This is supply-focused with real money and streamlining. Treat it as opportunity. Locals moving on reforms and showing gains get grants. Small and mid-sized landlords may see less mega-buyer competition in single-family homes. Manufactured and modular got needed updates. Your daily compliance doesn't change. Stay engaged locally. The proactive places will benefit first. So what do you think this means for your rentals here in Portland? Are you planning to reach out to local officials about positioning for these grants? Drop your comments and questions below. I'm cautiously optimistic. It's not perfect and won't solve everything, but it's refreshing to see serious bipartisan work on actually building more homes through incentives. For Portland Metro landlords and managers, stay informed. Encourage your officials to go after the grants and frameworks, and keep running your properties with the professionalism that serves us well. This is one to watch and engage with. Details matter and implementation takes time, but the direction, more supply, more options, a bit more breathing room, is what we've needed. Hey, if you're a Portland area landlord, come join the community over at www.paroa.org. We've got education, forums, networking, and we fight for your rights at the legislature. And for owners in the Portland Metro or Central Oregon looking for hassle-free management, check out the pros at www.northwestrealestateandpropertymanagement.com.